So we might be heading back to 2030s warfare. And not just that, Call of Duty 2025 is shaping up to be one of the most ambitious entries in the franchise since the Black Ops saga began. Let's break down all the leaks, rumors, and insider reports from new zombies content to 32 vs 32 multiplayer to the return of Verdansk and how BO 6 content may carry over into this futuristic follow up. Grab your loadouts, this is going to be a deep dive. One of the biggest bombshells came from Insider Gaming, suggests that Call of Duty 2025 is a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. Yes, the iconic 2012 game that gave us Raul Menendez, futuristic drones, and branching storylines. But this is not just a spiritual successor. This is reportedly a full on continuation of the Black Ops 2 timeline taking place in the early 2030s. For those who remember the 2025 setting of BO2, this pushes the story forward by roughly a decade. These leaks add a whole new layer of excitement for fans of the Black Ops narrative. It could mean the return of fan favorite characters like David Mason or even a continuation of the Menendez legacy. And with this kind of timeline, expect a mix of advanced tech and grounded military storytelling. Think less jetpacks and more tactical future warfare. Now, this is for zombie slayers out there. According to leaks, Black Ops 7, which might be the zombies component of COD 2025, is getting the largest zombies map ever made. Let's that sink in, not just a big map, but the biggest map in Call of Duty zombies history. This means more areas to explore, more room for secret and Easter eggs. Possibly even multiple biomes or zones with dynamic objectives. Triage has always been the king of zombies, and this sounds like them pushing the envelope again. If Cold War Zombies was the beginning of a new storytelling approach, these maps could be the platform for a more open world based zombies experience, similar to Outbreak but on steroids. Bigger bosses, bigger mysteries, bigger squads. Let's hope they deliver. Leaks suggest that Call of Duty 2025 may include 32 vs 32 multiplayer battles. That's not a typo, we are talking battlefield scale combat within the COD multiplayer environment. It's like going to build on the foundation of ground war and invasion style maps, but expanded even further. Think of this as larger scale warfare with tanks, vehicles, and objectives spread across massive sandbox style maps, probably tied into the story's 2030s setting. If true, this world represents a major shift for the franchise, which typically caps team sizes at 6 vs 6 or 10 vs 10. Or 32 vs 32 would demand bigger maps, new balancing mechanics, and possibly a more tactical approach, giving COD multiplayer a whole new flavor. It's not just new content. Old school fans have something to get hype about too. Multiple reports claim that fan favorite multiplayer maps from previous games are getting remade, but this time with a twist. They are redesigned to match the 2035 setting of the game. Picture classic maps like Raid, Standoff, or Amon, but with futuristic tech, neon lightings, and possibly destructible environments. The idea is to retain the layout and flow fans love while reimagining the visuals and mechanics for the next era of COD. This could be the perfect blend of nostalgia and innovation. Veterans get to relive their favorite battles while new players experience those maps in complete modern context. Another major shift in Call of Duty ecosystem: items, cosmetics, and possibly even progressions from Black Ops 6 may carry over into Call of Duty 2025. This suggests a growing trend with Activision to treat Call of Duty more like a live service platform similar to Warzone rather than individual isolated titles. If true, this is huge. It means players who grind BO6 won't have to start from scratch. Weapons, skins, and possibly operators might carry forward, give a sense of continuity and rewarding long-term play. This could also open the door to more cross-title events, connected storylines, and a shared progression system across multiplayer and Warzone. These leaks didn't just came out nowhere. They were originally posted by a user named Big Buy on Reddit who claimed they were part of private Activision study group. The purpose? To test concepts and gauge what players would want in a future COD. That's added a layer of credibility because this was not just a fan-made stuff off. This was reportedly feedback-driven research shared directly from inside Activision's consumer research group. Desato first reported on this leak and is now making waves across the community. While we always take leaks with a grain of salt, this one feels rooted in legitimate pre-developing planning. That's not entirely surprising. It's still early in the year. And with BO6 still receiving seasonal updates, they may be holding back to avoid cannibalizing hype. But it's definitely something to watch out for. With leaks heating up, we could see a teaser drops in the coming months, especially if the game is on track for a traditional October-November release. But there's been a lot of buzz around whether it will also hit Nintendo's rumored Switch too. Phil Spencer, CEO of Microsoft Gaming, has openly hinted that they want to bring major titles to the next-gen Nintendo console. But so far, it's unclear if that includes COD 2025. If Switch 2 packs enough power, we might see a watered down version or a cloud based release. But until then, expect this game to be optimized for current gen consoles, and following the pattern of Black Ops 6, which dropped day 1 on Xbox Pass, it's expected that Call of Duty 2025 will follow suit. This would mark a new standard for the franchise, making Call of Duty more accessible than ever for Game Pass subscribers. Since the introduction of the unified IW engine across all Call of Duty titles, development has become streamlined. Along faster updates, better optimization, and cross-mode integration, Call of Duty 2025 is expected to continue using this singular proprietary engine, which helps tie together Warzone, multiplayer, campaign, and mobile experiences under one technical roof. This might not sound flashy, but it's a massive win for performance and consistency, especially across platforms. Let's talk Warzone. The Battle Royale side of Call of Duty is not being left behind. In fact, Verdansk is coming back in 2025. Yes, you heard that right. The original Beload Warzone map that started it all is making its return. Whether this is for a limited time mode, a full map rotation, or a total reboot, it's still unclear. But either way, it's going to hit the nostalgia button hard for long-time players. Expect this to tie in with the broader narrative of COD 2025 and BO7 as Warzone continues to evolve alongside the mainline games. And lastly, Call of Duty Mobile and Warzone Mobile are not slowing down. Both are expected to continue growing throughout 2025 with new content, maps, operators, and new modes. COD Mobile, in particular, may start aligning more with console releases, bringing content from BO6 and BO7 into the mobile ecosystem, strengthening the overall franchise connection. So what we are looking at here is possibly one of the most ambitious Call of Duty entries ever made. A sequel to Black Ops 2 set in early 2030s, a largest zombies map in COD history, a push to 32 versus 32 multiplayer mode, fans' favorite map reimagined for the future, shared content across BO6 and BO7, and Warzone bringbacks Verdansk, and all powered by one engine across all platforms. And the best part, this could all drop on Game Pass day 1. Now the only question is, will it live up to the hype, or is this just another leak that gets lost in the noise? Let me know what you think. Is this the future of Call of Duty we have been waiting for, or we are heading too far into sci-fi territory? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want to stay updated on every leak, detail, and twist leading up to COD 2025, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Until then, stay logged, stay loaded. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.